Radar 2022, what have we got for you? Well, we have a brand new Vapor shape, and the first thing to say is for the detail on this, head to radarskis.com. You have Brooks, the main man, the designer there, going through in immense detail for 10 or 15 minutes or more, going through every part of the ski. We're just gonna give you the basics, the rundown, what you need to know before you buy into the ski for the shop for 2022. So, what do we have? We have Vapor, brand new in shape. What did we do? So we just continued on from the 2020 shape. Every 2 years we remake the ski. What did we do? We liked what we saw in the ski, so we just kept doing more and more of it. What does that mean? A bigger sweet spot, and that sweet spot more forward. So slightly wider in the front of the ski, a bigger sweet spot. Combine that with an increase in the rocker. So these are all changes we made from 18 to 20, and we're just doubling down on them for 20 to 22. We liked what we saw in the results, so we're just going more and more and more. When you add rocker, when you add width, you need to cancel this out. So how do we cancel it out? We slim down the tail, making more of that V shape. And then normally when you have a really slim tail, wide at the front, slim at the tail, you're gonna add a lot of drag. How do we get rid of that drag? Get rid of that drag by our new Enduro tip tail. So the reason we can go so much narrower at the tail is we can shave off that energy with this flat spot at the bottom. So by having this new nylon tip tail, it means we can do a full 90-degree angle that will spray off that drag super quickly and mean that we don't carry too much resistance through the turn. So what you have here, we have Radar is known for its constant speed. We keep that constant speed, but we just sit a little deeper in the water and become more fluid through the turn, all without losing anything because we've now added this Enduro tail. So everything you know about Vapor from the 2020 shape, we added the Enduro tip tail and the race base for 21, and now we update the shape, making the most of these new features for 22. Price stays the same at 1749, so you've got way more ski for your money, same price, everything you know about Vapor. So that's the shape. You want to know more? Check out Radar Skis. Brooks is your man. As for what's inside, we have our PMI core, and this is the Pro build. There's a white version and a black version, so pretty simple binary choice for 22. You want the white one or the black one? The black one here looks super sick. In the Pro build, we have PMI. What is PMI? PMI is the ultimate in foam. Doesn't have any flex, you know, super light, super responsive. This is that ultimate core for your ski. You swap from an older Vapor to this new one, you're gonna grab a couple more boys, no problem at all, guaranteed. Next up, we head into the Lithium. What is the Lithium? Lithium is everything we just talked about, one difference. One difference is inside here we have a PVC core. So we drop down in price a little, and the PVC core, slightly less responsive than the PMI core, but still super light. The Lithium is our go-to, you know, that for those maybe not quite ready for the jump to Pro build, the Lithium is that one, you know. It's really strong looking. This gray-blue color looks super strong for 22, so check that one out. We also have the graphite. The graphite Vapor sits underneath this again. The one thing to say about the entire Radar range, 100% carbon. Where we mention carbon, it is 100%. We don't mix it a little bit or just a small amount just for marketing. It's always 100%. Materials first, production, give you the best and only the best. So that takes us from the Vapor. We now enter Senate. Everything I just said carries through for Senate, except one thing, we go 0.2 of an inch wider. So all of the tech, this is a super easy line to learn. If you're new to Radar, really easy to understand. Learn Vapor and everything else flows from there. So we have Senate. Here in my hands, this one is the alloy. So this one's the entry level. This one has 50% carbon and it has the wooden stringer running through the center. So this just gives us this predictability at a lower end price point. You've got the wooden giving us the strength and the predictability that you come to expect, and then the carbon is there for the rest. So where we have carbon, again, it's 100%. Wood, carbon, nothing else. So what else do we have in the range? We have graphite, which sits here, looking nice on the shelf there, and we also have our Pro build, as well as Lithium. So there's now a 4-line Senate range, and each one different core, same tech. So pick your ski. The most popular ski in our line is the Senate. Simply pick your core. Whether you're down at alloy, Graphite, best-selling one is the graphite one, and then you're into the lithium and the pro build. If you're not quite ready for that step to vapor, maybe you like a slightly wider ski for extra stability, that pro build will run you perfectly at 34 miles per hour through the course. If you're running 36, head up to vapor. That is the Senate. Flowing from the Senate comes the Lyric. The Lyric here comes in a graphite and a standard version. We also have the TRA sitting at the top up there. TRA is the kids Senate. So everything is running from the Senate shape, we're just changing the sizes. So everything we just said about vapor flows into Senate, flows into Lyric and in through the TRA. So you get all the same tech, you're just customizing it for the weight and the height of the rider to be correct. So that is Lyric and TRA. Then, what if you're keen on the Senate, but you just want to go a bit slower? You may be a bit older or just entering into the sport, you know, a bit heavier. Just want to go at a little slower speed, but you love everything you're hearing, just not quite right for you. Enter the Union. The Union adds another 0.2 of an inch. So we go adding more width. What do we get by adding width? We end up with this spine down the center. This means that we just have more stability, more ski under us, but you still get all of the same tech that we have invested in the bevel, in the rocker, in all of the tip and tail design going slightly wider, and then narrowing in that V. You have all of this, just gives you a little bit more of a platform underneath you to give you that stability heading into the buoy and across the wake. So that is Union. Finishing off, we have the Terrain and the Session. Now the Terrain and the Session do not come from the vapor shape, so this is a slight variation. And what we have here is something that's much more beginner friendly, beginner focused. So this is a ski I take personally. Got me on from learning to go through the course, from no boys to six boys. You know, it gives you that stability underfoot. You can really feel the difference here. The difference between our skis and other people's skis here is that we have more volume under the rear foot. That really makes a huge difference popping out of the water when you're getting up for the first time, going for the first mono instead of dropping from combos. You can pop up and you're straight in the game, ready for that first buoy, ready to learn quicker. So that's Terrain, and then Session is 0.2 of an inch wider still. So again, same model, learn the Terrain, learn the vapor, and then you're just fattening them up from there. So that is the Radar ski line. What do we have on pricing? So $399 here on the Terrain, $349 underneath it on the Session, and then you start heading upwards. We're at $479 on the Union, heading up to $599 on the Senate, and then into the Vapor range, we're topping out at $1749, and everything in between. You've got the 4 men's versions, you've got the 2 Lyric versions, and then you've got the 2 boys and girls TRA. So there's a huge collection within all those, but you're topping out $1749, same price as last year, and everything in between. One new thing to really keep an eye on for 2022 is what's coming. We have the Vapor boot, the new one, 2022. It's a hybrid carbon boot construction. What it means is you have a boot that will go onto a standard conventional plate system, but it will also clip into a releasable boot system. So we have a hybrid use. Everything you need to know is on the Radar Skis website. They'll be dropping early 2022, and that's another big innovation for Radar Skis in 22. So a complete new collection of skis and a killer collection of boots on the way. So check out the boots. So that's Radar for 2022. And remember, skiing is believing.